Namaste, my people, and welcome back to my channel. So I just wanted to go over really quickly. I sell crystals, I sell crystal jewelry and whatnot, and this can actually, what I'm gonna rant about can actually be applied to anything besides crystals. But just as a reminder, right, you can predict what a crystal is gonna do to your body, possibly, potentially, based off the frequency of the crystal. We know what frequency that crystal is at, especially because the color, especially because the shape, especially because the factors with the crystal that are just set in stone. Literally, quite literally. But with us, we are all so different. We are all so unique. Yes, we are all humans, but we all have very individual DNA, which means your frequency is going to be completely different from the next person, right? So if you introduce the same exact crystal into each energy field, that person's energy may react completely different than your energy field reacts to that crystal, right? So, when they're looking up, when somebody commits a crime and they enter the DNA in the database, ooh, ping, we got a match. One person out of the millions and millions and billions of people on the planet, they're able to determine that one instance, you are the one that committed that crime. Because why? Your DNA is so different from everybody else on the planet. People can tell, right? Otherwise, they would go to run a DNA sample if we were all the same, right? And it'd be like, bing, bing, everybody. Everybody could have committed this crime. I don't know, right? And there's people that have DNA profiles that are very similar, right? Or like your sibling, if you had my brother that has the same exact parents as me, he's gonna have a very, very similar DNA profile to what mine looks like, but still we are completely different people, right? So when you're talking about other things in life, when we're talking about medications, when we're talking about, essential oils, when we're talking about crystals, when we're talking about food, when we're talking about basically everything in life, we're talking about look at individuality, discern what is best for you. Don't listen to somebody who gets up on the news and says, this one thing is, great for everybody. It's the cure-all for everybody. Because one person, couple people, many people actually might be completely allergic to that thing. So it's not good for them in the slightest. They should not be even introducing any of that into their field, right? It's the same with vaccines. I'm not against vaccines and I'm not with vaccines. I'm into free will. So if you personally feel like getting a vaccine is gonna be what's best for you personally, then that's what's best for you personally in your energy field. If you feel like, oh God, this is gonna deteriorate my health if I take that vaccine, then don't do it, because not only are you intuitively picking up on the fact that it's gonna do that to you, you also are going to help it along. Thinking with your thoughts, placebo effect people, you're also going to be like, this is going to ruin my health. So your cells are going to be like, what, brain? What? This ruins our health? Oh, okay, yeah, we're going to start deteriorating because you're commanding us to, right? So just wanted to throw this all out there, you guys. Take it or leave it. I just wanted to kind of throw it out there. When I'm selling crystals, sometimes people are like, you can't say that this crystal will do this. And you know what? You're right. We can try to, I can throw out there what frequency the crystal has. And if you resonate with it, pick it, pick it up. If you're like, oh, no, I don't think that frequency is right. I don't think that's going to help my health. Well, you're intuitively picking up on the fact that that crystal is not going to help you. Don't choose it, right? The next person might be like, oh, like a fly on one of those lights, like a magnet, right? Because they're different than you. It just depends. So really just pay attention to your own intuition. You know, with food, for example, somebody may be eating spinach all day long and they're like, yeah, I love this. This is great for me. You know, good for them. But is spinach good for you? How do you feel when you eat it? Do you want to throw up? Are you repulsed? Are you upset? Are you like wanting to cry because you're like, I hate spinach, but it's good for me? And no, don't eat it then. You are lowering your frequency because it's not compatible to your vibration, right? I mean, on a subtle level, right? There's two different kind of things we got going on. There's like the placebo effect, which what we tell ourselves comes into play. Like a doctor tells you, you're dying, and you're like, no, I'm not. I'm healing myself. I'm getting better, right? And then our body heals itself and gets better because that's what your brain is sending the messages to the rest of your cells in your body. And your body's like, no, we're healing. We're not doing that. Or the doctor tells you, you're sick, you're dying. And you're like, oh God, I am dying. I am sick for sure. I got 6 months left to live. Guess what? Your cells, if you keep telling yourself that and you keep thinking about it, your cells are going to start reacting to what your brain is commanding it to do, right? So there's that. There's the physical placebo effect, right? And then there's also like the science of it. You know what I mean? Like spinach scientifically does this for humans. Yes, you know, so it's already at a high vibe, but you are lowering the vibe. So it may not be that good for you. It may not be as good for you as the spinach that this lady over here is eating because she loves spinach. She's raising her vibration. You are lowering yours by eating the same exact thing, right? So I just wanted to throw this all out there. Discern for yourself. Discern for yourself. Discern for yourself. This is your life. You have the opportunity to decide what's awesome and what's not for you. Don't let anybody on the news tell you. Don't let me tell you. Anybody that tells you for sure this will do this or for sure this. Don't listen to them. Listen to yourself. Empower yourself, right? People can bring you information, but what are you going to do with it, right? When I'm reading books, you know, I'll be like, yeah, loving this book. That doesn't make sense, so I don't like that. But I'll keep reading, right? There's gonna be, you know, or I'll be watching a YouTube video and I'll be like, yeah, loving this video, loving this flow. This person is just resonating with me so much. And then they'll say one thing that I'm like, oh God, that doesn't resonate with me. Whatever, but moving on. Don't take that piece of information. That doesn't mean that the entire book you're reading or the entire YouTube video is trash, right? Because there's one thing in there that doesn't resonate with you, right? That just means that you have the ability to pick and choose what is in your reality, what is your beliefs, what are your morals, how do you feel about certain things, right? I'd say probably in every single religion I've learned about, there's pieces within those religious teachings that I'm like, yes, this really resonates. And then, you know, the other half of the teachings, I'm like, ooh, this is not, I don't like all the judginess. That's not me. I don't like all the, you know, extra stuff, right? That's not me. So discern for yourself, you guys. That's all I got for you today. I got a toddler interrupting me, so I hope you all have an amazing day. If this video helped you out in any sort of way, go ahead and hit the big thumbs up. Namaste.